This is the true story
of 18 strangers
picked to live online
to find out what happens
when people stop being polite and start going meta. I wish I knew
how to use APA styling before I started the program.
That when you come in the first summer, that the class doesn't end and that you'll continue to do work until the end of August.
How long last summer I was going to be, I would have budgeted my time a little bit better, but that does get easier as time goes on. You kind of learn the way that things work and the schedule for how you should post.
How to use APA formatting. I still don't really know, and the program's over, but I wish I knew when we started.
I wish I knew that every moment of every day would have to be scheduled for either family or commitment to the readings or commitment to the discussion boards, and that I would be up late night trying to get a lot of this work done.
How much was involved in the first part of the summer, because you guys are going to have that coming up soon. So be prepared and know that your summer is over now. Goodbye.
The hardest part
was balancing my time between my regular job and work for the 2 Summers program and having some kind of social life. There were certain times during the year when that balance was just totally blown out of the water.
Doing all of the reading that was required for this class.
Finding a balance between teaching and my family and all of the schoolwork.
Trying to keep up with all the readings and the postings because they come in bunches and it's really hard to keep up with everything. So just budget your time and try to stay on top of all the readings.
Hardest part for me was writing a post and not getting any replies.
Make sure you manage your time.
Bleeding edge.
Probably just staying mentally focused to keep up with everything.
It's balancing school and life and work, because they're never all 3 going to fit. Just make sure you don't cut life out too much.
If you're having one of those moments where you totally get overwhelmed, which will happen and it will happen often, just take a break, know you'll get it done, go out, don't forget about your own life, don't make this your life, although it might seem at times that it gets like that.
If I could do it over again,
I would make sure that I found someone else in the class to really be a support system with. I think that developed later on in the semester, but I would have started it right from the beginning.
I would pay a lot closer attention to communication, communication with your professors, with the other members of your cohort, and then also with your colleagues and maybe even with your family.
I would buy stock in Red Bull with how much I drank.
I would take on a much smaller, much more focused practicum project. Don't take on too much.
I wouldn't change a thing. The coursework was very intensive for me, so I took it at a slower pace. So I'll see you all in the fall for learning theories.
I would just maybe budget more time for everything. You just got to stay on top of everything.
Try not to compare yourself to the person posting the most or the person posting the least. Focus on what works for you and stay positive. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
my favorite thing about the program
is collaborating with fellow students. They will become your lifeline.
Was learning and implementing all the technologies in my classroom. I really used a lot of the stuff that I learned in class and carried it over into my classroom. My kids really enjoyed using that technology that I learned. So my advice, even if you're not comfortable trying it, try it anyway. Your students will enjoy it.
As my colleagues in the cohort, it was great to meet different people from different schools working at different levels and different subject areas. I really learned a lot from them, and I think that was the best part of the program for me.
Just having time to actually explore different tools that I wouldn't have necessarily looked at before, finding out about them, researching them, and actually being able to apply them in my class because my kids really, really liked it, and they actually taught me a lot about the technology too.
My favorite thing about this program was being challenged to try new technologies and supported by the professors and students while you tried them.
You meet some wonderful people. Some of the professors are fantastic. Mike's a blast. And, you know, they're just normal people like you and me.
My advice to you:
get a large calendar with 2 months on each sheet and star due dates for large projects.
To budget your time as much as possible. There's a tremendous amount of reading, and it can definitely get overwhelming.
Start every semester really staying up to date with all of your assignments, checking the threaded discussions. Once you get behind, it's really hard to catch up, and I learned that the hard way. So I think it's best to really focus from the beginning and then slow down throughout the semester.
Is to try to pace yourself, make sure that you're managing your time as carefully as you can, to have fun. Some of the projects can be really creative and be a really neat outlet for some crazy ideas, and make sure that you can have fun with it as much as possible. And that's it. Good luck.
Take a couple hours a day to do your work and not wait till the weekend to do it all.
Is to do the program with a buddy.
My advice to you is short posts where you don't have to scroll, because people get really overwhelmed when people are posting all the time.
Is keep up with that posting. Getting behind makes it incredibly hard to catch up.
If it all starts to fall apart and life gets in the way, talk to your professors. They're very understanding, and if they don't help you out, you can always meet with Jack Daniels.
My advice is to hang a picture of yourself on the refrigerator, because your wife, girlfriend, dog will forget who you are.
Note that for all of the efforts that you put into this course, to know that it's probably the single most important decision you've made for your professional development.
Hi, this is Sam, and his advice to you is to make sure you have a buddy for support throughout the year. Come on, Sam, you have to eat. Come on, eat, manja, manja.
Okay.
Come on, more, eat. Come on,
I got to work on the ning. I've got my practice coming up. I've got Andy's
No,
final
come on,
coming up.
I don't care. Eat, manja, manja, manja.
Be prepared to ask for help. You can't figure all this out by yourself. You got to ask your friends, you got to ask your cohorts, ask your professors, because technology is didactic. It's a word you'll learn about.
My advice to you would be to get a small support group of friends together. We met weekly on Skype to talk about assignments and upcoming readings. It was a great help.
It saved us, definitely.
Definitely.
I got very awkward